Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the Roto Grip Hyped Solid. The Hyped Solid is the newest ball in the HP2 line and is going to round out the Hyped line with the Solid. So the cover stock on the Solid is going to be a VTC Solid Reactive that comes at a 3000 grit finish. And then for the core, it is the Hyped Core, which in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.52 and a differential of 0.036. So the layout that I have on the Hype Solid is 35 by 5 by 40. So what this is going to do is it's going to go a little bit further down the lane. The shape that I ended up getting was kind of similar to an IQ Tour and reminded me a little bit of a Pro Motion, just not as fast off the friction with it. This is going to be something I could use on a house shot, maybe a little bit fresher and be more of a lighter oil ball. For the review, I am bowling on two separate patterns. I am bowling on Abbey Road, which is kind of like a sport shot, and then I'm bowling on Port Huron's typical house shot, which is about 40 feet. I did see similar ball motions between the two. I would definitely say for Abbey Road, this is more of a ball that I would use on Abbey Road. For the house shot, did push me a little bit further left, but I was able to play multiple angles, so I'd be able to really use this ball on both patterns. In the recording, lane 2 is going to be on Port Huron's house shot, and then on lane 18, that is going to be the Abbey Road pattern. So when I originally drilled the Hype Solid, what I was hoping for was a stronger Hustle ink. I really love the Hustle ink, and it was the first ball that I ever shot 300 with, so it holds a special place in my heart. I was really hoping for something that would just be more overalls that I could throw on all patterns. What I ended up getting was basically something similar to that. What I found is that the ball read in a decent spot on the back half of the lane, and it gave me a smooth arcing motion, so it wasn't super jumpy off friction, and it would be able to use on short patterns, and maybe even on breakdown for longer patterns. Where I would personally use this ball is definitely on a house shot. It's just something that I found a great ball motion with. Front to back wise, it cleared the fronts a decent amount just because of the ball being generally weaker, but when it did hit the spot, it hit the spot and maintained a smooth, predictable motion, which that's really what you're looking for when it comes to a house shot ball. In my arsenal, I did not have a hyped pearl that I could compare it to. I did have a hyped solid at one point with it. What I would compare it to is this is going to pick up a couple feet sooner and be rounder off the spot versus the hyped solid would go down the lane, I'd probably say about 2 to 3 feet longer and then make a sharper move off the end of the pattern. Mine was a 1500 grit polish before the 4K with it. I would definitely say for me, I prefer the Hype Solid in my bag now, just with me being a higher rev rate, just because I can actually throw this a little bit more predictably versus the Hyped Pearl. I would end up getting over under on it, and that's why I would prefer something like the Hype Solid in my bag. Another thing that I did feel when I was doing the review, with these being weaker balls, they flare a lot less than any other ball out there. Just because the core numbers are lower on the differential side, it's going to bring the flare rings tighter together, and with me doing a longer pinned pap, that's going to just tighten them even more. So what I did find as time went on, the ball actually pushed me a little bit further right and maintained a smooth motion, but as the review went on and it was thrown more times down the lane, it caused a little bit of a carry down, but it allowed me to still continue to move a couple boards right and hit that spot, and it would still maintain with it. And then if I moved further left and slowed my ball speed down, I found that it was still able to get through the carry down a little bit more just with it having a solid cover stock and the ball didn't burn up. So it still maintained a decent ball motion, a smooth ball motion. It'd be something that I'd be able to maintain probably through a 2 or 3 game league set with it. Game 3 would really be pushing it. I'd probably have to go to something like a Dark Moss, which is a little bit stronger, and move a little bit further left just to get through the heads. But this ball, I would say I'd be able to at least throw for game 1 and game 2 league. And I would agree with that if you had a higher rev rate also. Thank you so much for watching the ball review. Please comment, like, and subscribe for future ball reviews. I do want to thank Storm and Turbo for giving me great equipment that I can show off to you guys and use for all my day-to-day bowling needs.